Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to start our event today with a moment of silence in honor of Emeritus Professor Kostas Isodiridis, who passed away on November 13, 2010. Professor Isodiridis served AUB and the department for 35 years of distinction in teaching, research, and community service. Thank you. In 2011 is the 100th anniversary of Marie Curie's Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Marie Curie was the first person to receive 2 Nobel Prizes. Her first in physics in 1903, and her second in chemistry in 1911 for the discovery of radium and polonium, as well as the isolation and studies of radium's properties. This year, 2011, has also been designated by the United Nations as the International Year of Chemistry, IYC 2011, and is a worldwide celebration of the achievements of chemistry and its contributions to the well-being of humankind. Let's celebrate chemistry, meeting the global challenges of sustainable energy, advanced materials, clean air, safe water, healthy food, dependable medicine, and eco-friendly products. Let's celebrate chemistry, our life, our future. I'd like to call to the podium Mrs. Salwa Baasiri, the Secretary General for the Lebanese National Commission for UNESCO. Mrs. Baasiri.
Good afternoon, everybody. Distinguished guests, faculty, dear students. It gives the Lebanese National Commission for UNESCO great pleasure to be associated with and supportive of this distinguished event, which the chemistry department at the American University of Beirut is celebrating within the framework of the International Year for Chemistry. As you may well know, in 2008, the United Nations General Assembly declared the year 2011 to be the International Year of Chemistry and has designated UNESCO and the International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry to be the leading organizations. So we at the Lebanese National Commission for UNESCO consider this initiative to be of considerable value for several reasons, just to mention a few. First, it underscores the mounting role of sciences in general, and chemistry in particular, in facing the multifaceted general challenges of today, and those envisaged in the course of the 21st century, knowing that the world continues to evolve and to put more pressure on the demand for chemistry-enabled products. Second, it helps create awareness among young men and women of the power of chemistry and its contribution to knowledge and development. Third, it sheds light on the socially responsible chemistry and its crucial role in safeguarding human dignity and ensuring sustainable development. Actually, and from an ethical perspective, chemistry is entrusted through innovative chemical engineering and manufacturing to find solutions to several pressing issues, mainly renewable materials, renewable energy, global warming, nutrition, health, clean and recycled water, and irrigation, just to mention a few of the social economic challenges. Fourth, it offers an ideal platform to commemorate those who have contributed to humanity through chemistry. Reference is made in particular to Madame Curie, who was the first female laureate of the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Fifth, it lends itself to be the most appropriate context to honor renowned academicians and references in chemistry at the national level. And you may agree with me that Lebanon is well-resourced in this respect. Let me finish by thanking once more the American University of Beirut and the Chemistry Department for celebrating the International Year of Chemistry and for engaging the Lebanese National Commission in that respect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, President Dorman is going to join us in a few minutes, but we're going to proceed with the second item on our agenda. So we're going to start right now with the competition. We have 42 teams coming from the American University of Beirut, Lebanese University, Lebanese American University, University of Balamand, Beirut Arab University, and Hariri Canadian University. The teams, 2 participants per team, will be competing using clickers with the fastest responders tool. So all 42 teams will be competing at the same time. And then I will be displaying the question, but for the sake of time, I'm not gonna explain the answer. So we are gonna just say this is a correct answer. I will just say a few words. Usually in the classes, we go over the mechanism and we explain it in details, but just not to bore the non-chemistry audience, we are gonna be short on the explanation. So I will be displaying the statistics of the answers, and then I will be having a slide listing the fastest top 5 teams. So even if you have 100% of you who got it right, only the top 5 teams are gonna get grades. The first team is gonna get 50 points, the second team is gonna get 40 points, the third will get 30 points, the fourth will get 20, and the fifth will get 10 points. I am very thankful to Professor Samih Esber, Professor Jad Milki, Professor Brigitte Vex, and Mrs. Bushra Ajib, who will be taking care of the scores. Now, before I proceed to the competition, I would like to sincerely acknowledge the sponsoring companies of our event. I would like to thank Acros MediLife, Aldrich Ibra Haddad, AlphaMed, Baalbaki Group, and Labotec. My thanks are also extended to USFC and the FAS Dean's Office for co-sponsoring this event. With that, we will start with the competition. So we have 18 questions, and we're going to start with the first question. Ready, guys? Here we go. First question. The major product of the following reaction is? The audience, this is how many teams have already answered. Okay, so you need to enter your answer. I would like to close the poll. Okay, so we have 54% answered 3, and that is a wrong answer. So what we have here is we have propyne. With the Grignard, you are going to have the propanylate, and then you are going to have a nucleophilic addition, and then D3 O plus is going to deuterate the O minus, so you have OD, and then you have an elimination. The double bond will be in conjugation with the triple bond, and the correct answer is 1. Only 5% of you got it right. So we have the 2 teams who got it right. Team number 42, Wasim Aitani and Salma Yassin will get 50 points. Marwa Hussein and Malak Da'i, that will be team number 28. That's you, right? So we have Lebanese University, and we have a combined team between AUB and Hariri Canadian University. Okay, ready for the next question? Here we go. Which is the product of the following reaction? Okay, I'm going to close the poll. You're split about this question. And we have CH2, 39% of you got it right. So what we have here, you have diethyl malonate. You will form the enolate of diethyl malonate. And then you have an SN2 reaction. Then you have saponification. And then you are going to protonate the O minus, and with the heat you will get rid of 1 CO2, so you will have a carboxylic acid CH2 phenyl, and that will be option number 3. The top 5 teams, Fuad and Jad Abdel Samad, team number 13. Apparently that's from LEU, right? So they got it in 0.2 seconds. That's a record. So we have team number 13 will get 50 points. Team number 27 will get 40 points. Muhammad Shuman and Khalid Safiya. Team number 24, Adnan Bahlouk and Tariq Al-Asad from the Lebanese University. That will get 30 points. Khalil Shaheen and Norbeyhan Anan from AUB, team number 38. Samer Zoghbi and Aya Jbara, team number 9, will get 10 points. Okay, ready for the next one. Question number 3. Which would react fastest in a methanolysis reaction? Okay, I'm going to close the poll. 33% of you got it right. Methanolysis, it is an SN1 reaction. So we are looking for the fastest. We are looking for the most stable carbocation. The carbocation that is generated from 5 is an aromatic carbocation, which is the most stable carbocation. And therefore, the correct answer is 5. The top 5 teams, James Saliba and Ahmed bin Qiran, team number 26. They will get 50 points. Fatima Azzuddin and Carol Baraki, team number 22, will get 40 points. Ghassan Haddad and Khalid Janom, team number 2, will get 30 points. Ali Alawi and Muhammad Min'im, team number 1, will get 20 points. Ayman al-Turk and Arwa al-Rifa'i, team number 14, will get 10 points. Next question. What are the products of the following reaction? I'm going to close the poll. 59% of you got it right. Good job. So this is an acetal, and we have deep protection. The oxygen is coming from water. Water is isotope labeled. Therefore, we need to have an O18 in the cyclohexanone. 59% of you got it right. We will not have isotope labeled in the ethylene glycol. The top team is Ala, Swaidan, and Hussein Sulaiman, team number 35. They get 50 points. Abdullah Flayfel and Ziyad Tayyara, team number 17, will get 40 points. Wasim Aitani and Salma Yassin, team number 42, they will get 30 points. Khalil Shaheen and Norbeyhan Anan, team number 38, they will get 20 points. Nadine Jawad and Dina Abul Aziz, team number 18. Well, they have apparently audience, supporters, and they will get 10 points. Next question. The Robinson annulation product of this reaction is? Okay. Okay, I'm going to close the poll. You ready? Some of you did not answer yet. Okay? Only 14% of you got it right. This is a Robinson annulation, which means that we are having a Michael addition followed by intramolecular aldol condensation. Now you have to solve the mechanism of this reaction so that you see where are the substituent. But for the sake of time, we're not going to do that. The correct answer is 4. The top teams, Nadine Kalash and Ahmed Dbaibu, team number 19, they get 50 points. Alisar Shidya and Eric Al-Hitti from Balamand University, or University of Balamand, they get 40 points. Samer Zughbi and Aya Jbara, team number 9, they get 30 points. Marwa Hussein and Malak Daya, they get 20 points. Nada Al-Zmitar and Jad Balut, team number 25, they get 10 points. Ready for the next question? Here we go. What would be X to allow the following conversion? What is the best X to allow the following conversion? Okay, I'm gonna close the poll, guys. Would you like to enter your answer? Here we go. 76% of you got it right. Good job. So we have a Grignard reaction. The best thing to, what we have right here, we are having a tertiary alcohol and we have triphenyl carbinol basically. So the best thing to do is to use an ester where you have the phenyl group, and then you will attack with the Grignard twice. And let's see the top 5 teams. Ihab Al-Hassanin and Nurhan Hujayj from AUB. They get 50 points. Nibar Rizq and Sami Al-Mawla, team number 10, they get 40 points. Ayman Al-Turk and Arwa Rifai, team number 14. Team number 14 is a combination between AUB and Beirut Arab University. They get 30 points. Khalil Shaheen and Noor Bayhan Anan, team number 38. It's from AUB. They get 20 points. Muhammad Allaw and Muhammad Al-Zayed from Lebanese University, team number 29. They get 10 points. Next question. What is the best synthetic route for the following reaction? Okay, I'm going to close the poll. You're split about this question. Well, we are having 2 groups that are meta to each other. You cannot do Friedecraft acylation on a strongly deactivated ring. So you cannot introduce the nitro group and then the acetyl group. You have to introduce the acetyl group first, then dinitric, and then you will reduce. The correct answer is 5. And we have 34% of you who got it right. Haraj Jambatyan and Hanan Hamdan, team number 16, they get 50 points. Wasim Aitani and Salma Yassin, team number 42, they get 40 points. Ghassan Haddad and Khalid Janom, team number 2, they get 30 points. Marita Hantoush and Noor Bakhur, team number 11, they get 20 points. Samir Zughbi and Aya Jabara, team number 9, they get 10 points. Ready for the next question? Here we go. What are the products of this reaction? I'm going to close the poll. This is an SN2 reaction. You have a secondary alkyl halide with a very good nucleophile sodium cyanide. It occurs with complete inversion of configuration at the chiral center that is attached to the leaving group. Therefore, the correct answer is 2. 69% of you got it right. Top 5 groups. Layla Nasser and Jessica Lasma, team number 34. 50 points. Miray Sarhan and Muhammad Ballout, team number 20. They get 40 points. Rebecca Andrawis and Ahmad Hashim, team number 41. They get 30 points. Tariq Barbar and Ziyad Al-Adas, team number 32. They get 20 points. Ihab Al-Hassanin and Nurhan Hujayj, team number 36. They get 10 points. Ready for the next one? Here we go. The 300 megahertz proton NMR spectrum of compound A will show the indicated hydrogens as A. Okay, I'm going to close the poll. That's an easy question. We have only 65% of you got it right. You have these hydrogens to be coupled to only one hydrogen, and that will be a doublet. The top 5 groups, Adnan Bahlou and Tariq Al-Asad from the Lebanese University, they get 50 points. Ghassan Haddad and Khalid Janom from AUB, they get 40 points. Fatima Azzuddin and Carol Baraki from AUB, team number 22, they get 30 points. Rebecca Andrawis and Ahmad Hashim, also from AUB, team number 41, they get 20 points. Dania Mashlab and Christopher Al-Khouri, also from AUB, team number 37, they get 10 points. Ready for the next question? Here we go. What are the products of this reaction? Question 10. We still have 8 more questions. I'm going to close the poll. Here we go. We have 51% of you got it right. This is a stage-specific reaction. It's going to add sin. The two deuterium are going to add sin, and from the less sterically hindered side. So therefore, you will get 4 as the correct answer. 51% of you got it right. The top 5 teams, Dania Makhlouf and Christopher Al-Khouri, team number 37. They get 50 points. Fuad Rabah and Jad Abdul Samad, team number 13. They get 40 points. Abdullah Flayfel and Ziyad Tayyara, team number 17. They get 30 points. Harak Jambatian and Hanan Hamdan, team number 16. They get 20 points. Rebecca Indrawaz and Ahmed Al-Hashim, team number 41. They get 10 points. Next question. The number of products of this reaction is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to close the poll. The correct answer is 3. 52% of you got it right. This is an elimination addition reaction. And you will have benzene, so you can add either here, or you can form this benzene. So you add here or here, and that will end up into 3 products. Let's see the top 5 groups. Tariq Barbar and Ziyad Al-Adas, team number 32. They get 50 points. Nada Sadiq and Reem Aql, they got 40 points, team number 6. Michelle Skaf and Rayyan Sibai, team number 21. They get 30 points. Muhammad Shuman and Khalid Safiya, team number 27. They get 20 points. And Fuad Rabah and Jad Abdul Samad, team number 13. They get 10 points. Ready for the next question? Here we go. Question 12. We have 6 more questions. What is the best synthetic route for the following reaction? Okay, 29 teams already answered. I'm going to close the poll. And we have 43% got it right. So the first step is an analogous to Friedrich-Kraft's alkylation. Cyclopentene with H2SO4 will get the cyclopentyl carbocation. And then you have an electrophilic aromatic substitution, so you will get cyclopentyl benzene. And then between the choices here, you have Br2 unlight or Cl2 unlight. You should go for Br2 unlight because it is selective for a tertiary. Otherwise, with Cl2, you will get a mixture. And that will leave you with options 4 and 5. But with 5, this is an alkoxide, so the major product will be an elimination. You need a substitution, so the best is 4. And we have 43% of you got it right. The top 5 teams, Dania Makhlouf and Christopher Al-Khouri, team number 37. They get 50 points. Adnan Bahlouk and Tariq Al-Asad, team number 24. They get 40 points. Tariq Barbar and Ziyad Al-Adas, team number 32. They get, team number 32, they get 30 points. Khalil Shaheen and Noor Bayhan Anan, team number 38, they get 20 points. Ala Ashal and Ala Al-Hash Hassan, the 2 Alas, team number 4, they get 10 points. Ready for next question. Question 13. Identify the relationship in the following pair. Identical, enantiomers, diastereomers, constitutional isomers, resonance structures, none of the above. The correct answer is number 3, the stereomers. Well, if you rotate this, you will have the same, and you go to the Fisher projection, you have this chiral center exactly the same, while the one in the back, it is a mirror image. So you don't need to do RNS. You can conclude right away that they are the stereomers. And let's see the top 5 teams. Ahmed Al-Alayli and Alauddin Al-Alayli, the 2 brothers, they got 50 points. Tariq Barbar from AUB. Tariq Barbar and Ziyad Al-Adas, team number 32, they got 40 points. Fuad Rabah and Jad Samad, Abdul Samad, they got 30 points. Muhammad Shuman and Khalid Safiya, they got 20 points. Nada Sadiq and Reem Aqil, they got 10 points. Next question. Question 14. A compound has a molecular formula of C6H10O. It decolorizes bromine in carbon tetrachloride. The IR spectrum of the compound has a broad peak at 3500 wave number, a sharp peak at 3300 wave number, and a medium peak at 2200 wave number. The proton NMR spectrum shows 4 different signals. A likely structure for the compound is which of these? By the time I read the question, you're done answering. So we have 4 more questions till the end of the competition. In case we have a tie, we will have sudden death question. So I'm going to close the poll. And we have only 15% of you got it right. Well, you have a broad peak at 3500 wave number. That must be an OH group. So that will exclude option number 4. And you have a sharp peak at 3300 wave number and a medium peak at 2200. So it must be a terminal alkyne. So you have a terminal alkyne and you have an OH, which means you are either 5, you have options either 5 or 1. You have 4 different signals. Right here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signals. Right here you have 1, 2, 3. These 2 are equivalent. 4. The correct answer is 1. And we have 15% of you got it right. Let's see the top 5 groups. Stephanie Saibi and Latitia Daw, team number 33. They got 50 points. Nadine Kalash and Ahmed Dbaibu, team number 19. They got 40 points. Khalil Shaheen and Norbeyhan Anan, team number 38. They got 30 points. Ala Shal and Ala Al-Hash Hassan, team number 4. They got 20 points. Ala Swaidan and Hussein Sulaiman, team number 35. They got 10 points. Next question. Question number 15. Upon reacting 1 with H2SO4, product 2 was isolated as the only product. The most reasonable mechanism or mechanisms for this reaction is R. Okay, I'm going to close the poll. We have 56% of you got it right. This must be an elimination. You have an alkene, you have a rearrangement, it must be an E1. Otherwise, you cannot get a rearrangement. So let's see the top 5 groups. Sara Al-Baba and Rani Diab, team number 23. They get 50 points. Tariq Barbar and Ziyad Al-Adas, team number 32. They get 40 points. Fatima Haydous and Noor Hujairi, team number 30, they got 30 points. Michelle Skaf and Rayyan As-Sibai, team number 21, they got 20 points. Rebecca Andrawas and Ahmed Hasham, they got 10 points. Question 16. What is the major product of the following reaction? I'm going to close the poll. And the correct answer is, in fact, number 3. Only 8% of you got it right. While you need to draw the chair conformation. You need to put the tertiary vital in an equatorial position. That will actually get the bromine to be in an axial position. And you look for the hydrogen or deuterium that is beta, anti, and periplanar. This is an example of stereoelectronic effect, which means you have to eliminate the hydrogen right here, and therefore the correct answer is 3. Only 3 teams got it right. Ali Alawiya and Muhammad Min'im, team number 1, they get 50 points. Adnan Bahlou and Tariq Al-Asad, team number 24, they got 40 points. And Miray Sarhan and Muhammad Ballout, they got 30 points. Ready for question 17? We have 2 more questions. What is the major product of the following reaction? I'm going to close the poll. The correct answer is 4. 31% of you got it right. LDA will get you the kinetic enolate. So you have to remove this hydrogen, and then you have a Michael addition, 1,4 addition, and then you have H3O plus, which means that you are going to get an enol, and then you have tautomerism. That will get you the ketone, and the correct answer is 4. The top 5 teams, Fuad Rabbah and Jad Abdul Samad, they got 50 points. Wasim Aitani and Salma Yassin, team number 42, they got 40 points. Muhammad Shuman and Khalid Safiya, team number 27, they got 30 points. Stephanie Saibi and Latitia Daw, team number 33, they got 20 points. Khalil Shaheen and Norbeyhan Anan, team number 38, they got 10 points. The last question of the competition. Question 18. Which are the products of the following reaction? Apparently we have a tie between 2 teams. They have 180 points, and 2 teams, they have 160 points. So either this will be a deciding question, or towards the end we will have 2 questions that will act as a sudden death questions. Okay, I'm going to close the poll. And only 15% of you got it right. So hopefully that will clear it. Okay. So you will have an epoxide. This is also a stage-specific reaction. You will get the epoxy, and then you have an SN2 reaction, sodium azide, that will attack the less sterically hindered carbon, and then you have a reduction which will convert the azido group into an amino group. And let's see the top 5 teams. Nadine Jawad and Dina Abul Izz, team number 18, they get 50 points. Marwa Hussein and Malak Daya, team number 28, they got 40 points. Rebecca Andrawis and Ahmad Hashim, team number 41, they got 30 points. Ghassan Haddad and Khalid Jano, team number 2, they got 20 points. Dania Mashlav and Christopher Al-Khouri, team number 37, they got 10 points. We're fine, judges?
بحبك يا لبنان يا وطني، بحبك يا لبنان يا وطني، بحبك بجمالك بجنوبك بسهلك، بحبك تسأل شو بني وشو اللي ما بني، بحبك يا لبنان يا وطني.
Don't know much about history, don't know much biology, don't know much about a science book, don't know much about the French I took, but I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Don't know much about geography, don't know much trigonometry, don't know much about algebra, don't know what a sliding rule is for, but I do know 1 and 1 is 2. And if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world this would be. But I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
I came here in 1964, and I had been here ever since.
Wow.
Yeah. But I went, of course, on sabbatical leaves and so on. But I have been a full-timer, maybe, since October 1964.
Wow.
So I have 46 years. And you can tell that because I'm so old, most of the people I knew have already died. With time, you see that your friends are disappearing slowly. Yeah. But this is nature, this is life itself. What can you do? Yeah. But I tell you, the overall relationship I had with the university is something I would not exchange for anything in the world. Yeah. I had no regrets whatsoever that I could have stayed in the States. Mainly, I have been doing this for the past 10 years.
Okay.
I go to one university, the University of California at Davis. Yeah, where I spend 2 months. And I go into the lab. I become a graduate student,
Okay.
like everybody else.
Wow.
Yeah. And the graduate students find it rather rewarding to have somebody with my gray hair around. Yeah, they come and ask me. Because if they want to see their advisor, they have to take an appointment. The advisor is very busy, but here is one of the boys, so to speak.
Right.
They come and ask the question right away, and if I know the answer, I tell them, and I make suggestions of how things should be done, and so on and so forth.
I'm sure they must be honored to have someone of your caliber. And you have a rich history at the university. حسب ما بسمع.
Anyway, because of my old age. You see.
So concerning your academic reputation at AUB, what would you say is your most renounced academic research experience? Anything you're most proud of, particularly proud of? I know you had a paper about something last few months back.
When I came here, I did mainly research. And out of that research came out something that turned out to be rather important. And it's a method now known as the Beirut reaction.
من قلبي سلام لبيروت وقبل للبحر والبيوت لصخرة كأنها وجه بحار قديم ويا سمين فكيف صار طعمها طعم نار ودخان لبيروت.
I mentioned this now recently when I got elected to membership of the Lebanese Academy of Sciences. Yeah. So the Beirut reaction has become an important reaction in heterocyclic chemistry. And now it's getting more importance as they are making drugs, anti-cancer activity, antibacterial. After Ibrahim Salti came, our deputy president, came back from the meeting, we went to see the president, Hariri, and thank him for coming to check on us. He and I, Dr. Salti and I went. And he was, the president was in a building close to the Borivage area, مكان قصر جمهوري حاضر للسكن. فاستقبلنا. احنا اثنين، هو طبعا بكرسي الرئاسة، احنا قدامه. وجه الحديث: دكتور حدادين، انت ليه ما مجوز؟ مع حالي. قلت له فخامة الرئيس ما صار نصيب. دكتور سلطي ستهم فخامتك مخلوف متجوز الجامعة. بعدين قال لي: دكتور حدادين، انت قد ايه معاشك؟ ايه؟ اما حالة تو بيرسونال. ستهم مستورة. قال لي: بتعرف قديش معاش رئيس الجمهورية؟ قلت له لا. قال لي: 350,000 ليرة بالشهر. قلت له: لا فخامة الرئيس، أنا باخذ أكثر. Hydrated form of acetone, and we said that these hydrated forms of aldehydes and ketones are rare. So most aldehydes and ketones exist in the keto form or the aldehyde form. Therefore, this reaction is reversible and we get nowhere. So this option here is a non-productive reaction. However, this base here, the hydroxide ion, can reach for this proton and pull it out without its pair of electrons. It will pull it out as an acid, leaving behind a carbon ion, and that would be the following: CH2 minus so we have here a carbon ion, but this carbon ion is resonance stabilized. Resonance stabilized because we can form the enolate anion 1 and place the negative charge on the right atom, so to speak, namely oxygen in this case, rather than carbon.
شو جابك عحينا يا صغيري، شو أي عندك عندنا يا صغيري. عملتي أزمة كبيرة وجهلتي كل الجيري وما خليتينا ننام يا صغيري يا صغيري.
داخل وشكلك جنني، داخل اللي بيقرب مني، داخل اللي ما بيبعد عني، داخل
please be seated. President Dorman, may I call you to the podium, please?
Thank you very much. I have no idea how to follow an act like this. But it's a great pleasure and an enormous honor for me to be here. And I would like to commend all of the students who participated in this wonderful competition. Thank you for your participation. I thank Professor Bilal Kaafarani for organizing this terrific event. And of course, it's great to hear, wonderful to be here to honor a wonderful friend and colleague in our own faculty. And I think during this International Year of Chemistry, it's especially fitting that we are able to honor a true pillar in the field who has brought international renown to this university. And indeed, we can claim him as an alumnus, as a former senior administrator, especially during some very tough times for AUB, a longtime faculty member, and of course, even more importantly, as a cherished friend of all of us. The prestigious career of Makhlouf Haddadin, of course, began in 1964. I'm sure the high points here have been recapped, the chemistry dances, but some remarkable events along the way as well. I believe it was in 1964 that you and your colleague, the late Kostas Isidorides, whose memory we're also proud to honor today, discovered a chemical reaction that, as you have heard Professor Haddadin mention, has resulted in enormous benefits to the field, including 40 patents in 20 different countries. One of the goals of the International Year of Chemistry, of course, is to highlight the role of chemistry in solving global problems. And the Beirut reaction actually is an excellent example of the benefits that derive to humankind that can come from the field of chemistry. This chemical reaction has thus far been employed in a highly successful antibacterial agent developed by the company Pfizer and has been used in a potential anti-cancer drug. So it's had enormous implications for the field of chemistry itself, as well as for the field of human sciences, health sciences. Dr. Haddadin's contribution to AUB has been indisputable. Besides his magnificent teaching and research and mentoring to at least 2 generations of students, he has served as department chair, acting dean, acting president, and vice president for academic affairs. As you know far better than I, he has also influenced the work of countless students, faculty colleagues, and fellow researchers during his scholarly career at AUB and at many other prestigious universities in the US, where he has served as visiting professor and researcher. Most recently, Dr. Haddadin was granted membership in the prestigious Lebanese Academy of Sciences. In fact, he was one of the first 3 members to be elected and inducted. An academy that aims to contribute to the growth, the invigoration, and the dissemination of sciences in Lebanon, a well-deserved capstone to a remarkable career. Our thanks, and as well as my personal congratulations to Professor Makhlouf Haddadin for his tremendous service to his profession and to this university, and to having reached the age of 75. Welcome.
Can we call Dr. Haddadin to the podium, please?
Dr. Al-Ghul.
My words are going to be from the heart. Good evening, everyone. There is definitely a lot of chemistry tonight in this place under the same roof. It is really great to see so many people here to honor the great scientist and our teacher, mentor, colleague, and friend, Professor Makhlouf Haddadin. President Dorman has summarized all the great academic and administrative achievements of Professor Haddadin. But there is still a lot to say about Professor Haddadin, the colleague, the mentor, and the friend. However, according to Bilal's schedule, I must talk for not more than 2 minutes. I definitely need much more time to talk about Professor Haddadin, but I will say only a few words. I've known Professor Haddadin since I was a student here in the chemistry department back in the early 90s. And then as a colleague when I joined the same chemistry department as an assistant professor 12 years ago. As a teacher, Professor Haddadin was very tough and very tender and compassionate at the same time. Tough when it comes to science and lab safety. I never forget when he once looked at me with his piercing black eyes while not wearing my goggles in the lab and told me that all chemistry is not worth it if I lose one eye. Very soft and gentle when you needed him outside the classroom. Many stories you hear about his support to students who needed help. Only recently, an ex-AUB chemistry student who is now doing very well told me that I owe everything to him. I will never forget how he helped me through the most difficult time in my life. Many of us in chemistry still remember his organic chemistry classes, a blend of mastery of material with Arabic poetry and stories of great chemists. I am sure many of us remember his final exams in Chemistry 225, a reference point for difficulty and subtlety. I remember Professor Mary Kasparian, our teacher and academic advisor back in the 90s, who is with us here today. I still remember when she told me once, Mazen, you really puzzle me. How come in the easy chemistry courses you are doing okay, but in Professor Haddadin's course you did very well? We in the chemistry department are very privileged to have Professor Haddadin as a colleague and more like a mentor and guide. He represents a figure of aspiration to many of us. His presence is so felt in the department on all aspects. Professor Haddadin is an influential person, and to influence, you have to be able to appreciate, understand, and respect the other person's standpoint. Henry Brooks Adam, an American historian, academic, and novelist, wrote once, "A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops." Professor Haddadin, you have influenced us to a great extent, not only as a teacher, but also as a chemist and colleague. On behalf of everyone here, I'd like to say thanks for being a great support to chemistry and to AUB, and I am sure you will continue to do so in the future. So please, join me in giving Professor Haddadin a round of applause and big thank to you.
May I call Dr. Haddadin to the podium? The current issue of Chemistry of Materials, which will be officially published tomorrow, is a special issue on bifunctional materials. This is a cover of tomorrow's issue of Chemistry of Materials. I am very honored to have dedicated my paper entitled Viscotic Liquid Crystals for Optoelectronic Applications to Dr. Haddadin. It states, this paper is dedicated to Professor Makhlouf J. Haddadin on the occasion of his 75th birthday. Dr. Haddadin. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. This is the best kiss I got. Yeah, thank you. You know, seriously, I often had no difficulty expressing my feelings about things related to me. But today, I am dumbfounded because I had no idea that this is happening at all. The first conspirator is Rami Diab. Where is Rami? Is he here? Rami, يعيب شو منك. Rami Diab came to me and told me that Outlook is doing a series of talks with professors at the AUB, particularly those who have been around for some time. And I welcomed that. And he interviewed me. And he gave me a copy of the interview. And I said to him, I have one condition, that you show me what you want to publish, because I have had my experience with people of the media, and they often write things that you never said. He accepted, and he brought me a copy and said to me, look at it, and now I see it in front of everybody else here. Well, let me tell you one thing, seriously. And this is for the Lebanese. Yeah. They should appreciate their country, because AUB would not have been anywhere else in the Arab world except in Lebanon. I want to thank all of you here, particularly those who spoke about me, and I must say that they have said things that I don't deserve. Nevertheless, I say, long live Lebanon, long live AUB. And that's it.
I have one more thing. These are specially designed, a scarf and a tie from IUPAC, the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. And I would like to give them to you on behalf of IUPAC.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bilal. I know that Bilal played a big role in this conspiracy against me, but I enjoyed. I enjoyed. Now, a tie I will wear, but my friends know I don't wear scarves. I don't know why, but thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, we have a tie. So we are going to go back to the competition. Now I'm going to announce the top two teams. And we are going to have sudden death question for these two teams. The one that wins will be rank number 1. And the top team is going to be the first rank. The second team is going to be the second rank. We also have a tie between the third and the fourth. So we will have a second question. The second question. Okay, the judges are suggesting we have a third and a fourth question first. What do you think? Okay, so I'm going to announce, which means that only the two teams that I will announce, they have to click, to use their clickers. Everybody else, please do not use your clickers. Okay? I would like team number 24 to stand up. The guys are coming from the Lebanese University. Team number 24, that is Tariq Al-Asad and Adnan Bahlouk. Please be seated. Team number 42, please stand up. That's Salma Yassin from the American University of Beirut and Wasim Aitani from Hariri Canadian University. Please be seated. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to ask only these two teams, 24 and 42, to answer the second question. Okay? Only these two teams, please enter your answers. Which is the major product of the following reaction? Please, everybody else, please be quiet. Teams 24 and 42. And they have already answered, so I'm going to close the poll. And there is a winner. The answer is 4. This is Hoffman elimination. So Wasim Aitani and Salma Yassin, they are ranked number 3. Now, teams 32, please stand up. That's Ziad Al-Adas and Tariq Barbar. Both of them are from AUB. Please be seated. Team number 13, please stand up. Well, team number 13 is only one person because the second person was not able to make it due to an emergency. So what we're going to do right now, please be seated. Team number 13, you're Fuad or Jad? Jad. So that's Jad Abdul Samad. He's coming from LEU. The second teammate is also coming from LEU, but he's not here. So we have cash awards here. For the first team, we'll get $600. The second team will get $400, and the third team will be will get $300. In case you are first team, you will get half of the price. In case you are second team, you'll get half of the price. So teams number 32 and 13 are going to be competing over the second sudden death question. Okay, the team that will win will be ranked number 1, and the second team will be ranked number 2. You ready? Here we go. Which is the product of the following reaction? This is a question provided by Dr. Ghaddar. Okay, we have already the answers, so let's see. And you got it wrong. Okay, I do not have another question. So what are we going to do? We are going to award the 3 of you rank number 1. So the 3 of you, and we will be splitting basically $800 over the 3 of you. Okay? So you will be all rank number 1. Now may I call Dean McGreevy and Dr. Al-Ghul to the podium. I would like again to thank the sponsoring companies of our event. I would like to sincerely acknowledge Acros MediLife, Aldrich Ibra Haddad, AlphaMed, Baalbaki Group, Labotech, and my thanks are also extended to USFC and the FAS Dean's Office. This event would not have been possible without the dedicated work of a group of students. They have done an amazing job, as I hope you agree with me, preparing this event. I'd like to call to the podium Rami Diab, Khalid Ghattas, Ala Hash Hassan, Nurhan Hujayj, Nada Sadiq, Rebecca Andrawos, Michelle Skaf, Ryan Asibai, and Khalil Shaheen. خالد غطاس. خالد. ندى صادق. رامي دياب. Makhlouf J.
Thank you.
ريان السباعي. علاء حش حسن. ميشيل سكاف. خليل شاهين. Thank you all. So the third team, can you please come to the podium? Salma Yassin. And Wasim Aitani. I'd like to call to the podium the winning teams will be rank number 1, Jad Abdel Samad, Ziad Al Adas, and Tariq Barbar.
Ziad Al Adas and Tariq Barbar.
So we will make one more for you guys. For now, you are gonna take only one for your team, please. Now I'd like all of you to join us to cut 2 cakes and for a reception. The first cake is honoring Dr. Haddadin on the occasion of his 75th birthday, and the second cake celebrating the International Year of Chemistry. Please join me outside. Thank you very much. guys, join us for reception. Serve yourself.